and welcome to the program You and the Law on Salt Television. My name is Ogonna Ngwu. Of course, you know what we do on this program. We talk about law. Law as it concerns you, as it affects you. So you get to know everything about the law, where your right starts from, and of course, where it stops. All right, so with me today to discuss the topic which I'm going to be introducing to you is Barrister Pauline Banner. Barrister Pauline Banner is from Human Rights and Conflict Resolution Center at Abakaliki. She's just seated here pretty. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, so we are going to be talking about right to marriage today. So without wasting time, let's get to find out what this term means. I mean, what does the Nigerian Constitution say about the term marriage? How does it describe it?
All right, thank you so much for that question. The right to marriage, as it is enshrined in the Constitution, is defined or known as a union between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
A union between a man and a woman. That's the simple summary of what the law says about
The
marriage.
definition.
Yes.
All right. So I believe that there are different types of marriage. So let's look at those that are recognized by the law in Nigeria.
Okay. Under the Constitution, we recognize traditional marriage, Islamic marriage, and marriage under the Act. So those are the three basic types of marriage that we have under the Nigerian law.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's a right to marriage. Where does it fall in? Where does it fall under? It falls under what type of rights?
The right to marriage is a fundamental human right. It's a right that is inalienable. It's a right that we are all born with. So long as you're born human, you have the right to marry. If you look at Article 12 and Article 16 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it gives validity to marriage, that whoever is born as a human has the right to marriage. Also, if you look at Section 37 of the 1999 Constitution as amended to 11,
yeah,
it also gives the rights of privacy, and under the right of privacy you have the right to have a family, you have the right to protect your family, you have a right to reproduce. So the law has actually given the rights, under the fundamental human rights, the rights to marry.
All right. So some of us have been, confused about this very question I'm going to ask you now.
Okay.
Is about court marriage and registry. Is there any difference?
Yeah, there is no difference. There is no difference between court marriage and marriage registry. But it's just that people see it as something different, because we've seen the usage as the day-to-day common thing that people will say court marriage. So when you now mention marriage registry or marriage under the Act, they will now be like, is different thing. But the thing is that there is nothing like court marriage. What we have is marriage under the Act. Do you understand? So it is conducted at the marriage registry.
Okay.
You apply to the registrar for your marriage to be registered under the marriage registry. So you don't say you are going to court. There is no open court that you don't go and stand before the judge and then the judge will begin to conduct marriage for you. What you do is to apply to the court registrar for your marriage to be registered under the marriage registrar. Yes, and it has to get to that point.
All right.
So there is no difference.
Okay.
It's just that it is just the people that are given it different names.
Okay, so thank you for that clarification.
Okay.
Before we get into the actual thing, that's a right to marriage. Okay. Before we get into it properly, let's get to find out about the appropriate age for one to even get married according to the law.
Okay, if you look at Section 11 of the Marriage Act, it specifically states that one of the parties must be up to 21 years. So if you want to interpret it to a layman, you can say the man must be up to 21 years and above.
Okay, one of the parties.
One of the parties.
Yeah,
yes.
but it doesn't necessarily have to be the man.
No, it must. Now I'm trying to bring out the interpretation for you now.
Okay.
Because if the woman is 21 and the man is 17
yes.
or 18, the law will not allow them. But when there's one of the parties, if you want to follow the legal interpretation of it and based on cases that have come before the court, you know what the court says is the law. Yes. In some sense.
Yes.
Now, they said it must be the man. The man must be up to 21 years. Wow. Following the cases, but if